for the Sonic using the new IPDK layer that you mentioned, and it uses the DPDK pipeline, which is P4 programmable, hence P4 DPDK. So yeah, that work is ongoing. I think in some time I won't be able to tell exactly when. I would say in Q2, early Q2, probably mid Q2, we'll be able to demo, and definitely this work will be open source. It will be in the PNA architecture. A lot of things that will be there in the beginning will be L layer 3 and other basic features. But if we but in the P4DPDK itself, we are already adding the overlay connection tracking as well. And that needs, that can be used directly with the P4DPDK.
Thank you, Rachna. I was referring specifically to support for the add-on miss and modifiable table entries. I guess in order to do connection tracking, you need to have that.
Yes.
But is it something that's already available today? I mean, you spoke about two different things, if I understood correctly. One is the integration with Sonic, and the other one is the implementation of the overlay and the support for these stateful functionalities. So is the second one already available, or also that one is going to be available at a later date?
In just a couple of weeks, probably in our next call, I will be able to update on exactly when the P4DPDK with a hit-on miss, add-on miss, my goodness. Sorry about that. I have lots of things coming up. Will be available, right? The connection tracking, I think it's in full progress. Either it is already demoed or it will be coming soon. I will update in the next next call.
Here? Okay.
Yeah, next meeting.
Does that answer your question? Sorry, I only have one screen here, so.
Yeah, Mario, if there are any questions, please send them over. Yeah, I think that work is in progress. I can update probably even sooner than the next call if it is urgent to make any decisions, or I'll update as soon as I can.
Next call's tomorrow, so
Oh,
I think we could wait till tomorrow.
I see. Okay. I was thinking about the behavioral model, volunteer sync call, but that's, I will try my best to see if I have some answer by tomorrow.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more up to Mariam, because I mean they are working on the behavioral model, so they might want to decide whether to invest on that one or just use the P4 PDK. I don't know. So I was asking more for their planning than for.
Yeah, right now we are considering both because we don't know which one would be better. So as soon as we will have both actually available, maybe then we can think about what to choose. Right now we don't even know where effort will be bigger, where the integration is more difficult to do. So yeah, so we are working on BMV2, and we would be glad to see what's the status with DPDK as soon as it is available. So let's maybe wait for that.
I'm just making notes to myself here. Okay. Great, and I did see something in my email about actually running the pipeline, and Marian had made a suggestion. I can't dig in my email right now. Well, maybe I can here. So, Muhammad. So do you guys want to let everyone know what you were talking about for that particular issue? Is Muhammad on the line?
Yes.
Is it which?
I'll let him explain.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, as part of the ramp-up, we were actually trying to run this previous pipeline on the BMV model, and that's what we were doing, and we faced that error that I mentioned in the email.
So trying to run a serious pipeline, blah, blah, ran into an error and change the matchup. So yeah, and then Marian replied here. So if you change these here, it will work with BMV2. Is that clear to everybody?
Yeah, that worked for us.
Can you send that this email to the group, Christian?
Yeah, I'll clean it up and send it out. Sure.
Yeah.
I will make a note to do that. And great. And so overall, for these pieces right here in the backlog, can we move forward with BMV2 without these, Marian? Like UDP support, for example? I'm not thinking so.
I don't understand the question. What do you mean? Can we move on with BMV2?
Well, in the development, we said we need all of these features. And it doesn't look like we have resourcing to work on these. So in order for the whole model to work, we need these things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'll bring it up again in the community meeting and see tomorrow and see if anyone can free up to look at these.
I have a question on the SAI API, Marian. I remember you raised pull request or some code change to do the SAI API generation from behavioral model, right?
Yes.
So if that's the case, like if you write the .p4 file and then if you use that generator, we will get the SAI APIs, right? I mean, automatically, right? That's what activity is this? I don't understand the SAI API for connection tracking. So you are expecting basically some changes in the SAI API generator or like?
So for connection tracking, we haven't finalized that yet. I don't know if this is going to be auto-generated or maybe it will be a fixed API. We don't know yet.
Okay. So assign it to me, Christian, on that one. I'll work on it.
Okay, and I'm flipping between screens. That was
SAI API for connection tracking. Number
yeah, that
5.
was, yeah, right. I got that. It was Venkat M.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
So
Yeah,
I have a question, guys. So on these ones, I was looking at all the backlog part, and then I was thinking about whether I could, sign up for, say, IPv6 support. So my question for Marian is, before I basically do that, is that if there is a equivalent support provided for IPv4, is that along the same lines that we have to provide the IPv6 support as well? So if there is already an example of IPv4 support that is available, that would really help to say that, okay, there is an equivalent support that is there. And then if you can point me to that, then I can, that'll become a much more smoother transition for me to really take over and then say, okay, if I can basically add the IPv6 support for it.
Okay. So basically, all of the match action tables that are working with IPv4 but require IPv6 support, I can get you that. Yeah,
if you can get me that. So Christina, if you could sign me up for IPv6 support, then I'll go ahead and basically work on it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Marian, and thank you, Christina. Appreciate it.
No, I thank you. There we go. Save. I'm still kind of learning how to work with these. Great. So that's really all I had for today, guys. Marian, did you have anything else? Or
No,
maybe
no,
we
that's
could try.
actually good because I have a hard stop in 10 minutes.
Okay, maybe we could, are all of these prize zero? I guess that would be the question. Do all of these need to be done right away then, or can these have any kind of priority?
Oh, priority, it's a good question. Actually, I would need to go over all the list to understand.
Okay,
I cannot say right now
Okay.
which one is more critical.
okay, great. Well, then you and I can work on that offline throughout the week and come up with the priority. So, anything else from the rest of you guys on the phone? I feel like Marian and I and a few people have been talking a lot. So, is there anything else you want to bring up before we go?
Yes,
Regarding
can you hear
the
me?
priorities. Sorry, go ahead.
What's that?
Yes, you can say first, then I will say.
Yeah, okay. So regarding the priority, Marian, see, in order to make any P4C or BMV2 changes, we really need the P4 file, right? Then only we can see what changes are required from compiler or the BMV2 simulator perspective, right? I mean, you mentioned about you're making some changes in the BMV2. Is that regarding what? Like, I didn't quite get that part.
Which item are we talking about?
The BMV2 you mentioned, right, Marian, in the beginning, you are working on the simulator part, right?
Yeah, we are working on supporting the PNA add-on mess in BMV2.
Okay, PNA part. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yes, so I have one question from Marian. Can I ask?
He has a
Yes.
hard stop in 8 minutes. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. So it was mentioned as a prerequisite for that contribution that we need to have a skill set of compiler background and BMV2 code. So how much compiler background is needed for modifying the P4C code? So the effort that are needed in these projects are more related to BMV2 modification itself, or it is like mixed, like we have to know the background of BMV2 plus P4C, because we are doing internal ramp up. So we are just asking that from which area we focus more, like BMV2 code base we see, or we should see P4C code, or both are needed.
Oh, so actually, if you look at the comment section, there is a scope for each item. So it says if it's either the changing the P4 code itself, or it's changing the P4C code. So from that scope, you can figure out which area it needs more attention and more background in. So if it says P4C, then you need to get familiarized with the P4C code. If it's BMV2, I think BMV2 items are mostly assigned to NVIDIA already.
Okay.
So it's either the P4, like our dash pipeline code, which requires only getting familiar with the P4 language itself, or there are some items that need you to get into P4C. So in the scope, it says about every item what you need to be familiar with.
Okay. So it is requested that you share the link of this project in chat, maybe, so we can see the scope.
Sure.
That's all.
Okay. Here you go. Right. Anyone else?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Christina, as part of the email, I also wrote that I shared my GitHub account so that you may add me into the project as well.
Yeah, I will. I will definitely do that after this meeting, Mohammed.
Okay, thank you.
I will do that. And then what'll happen is you'll receive an invitation, and then it may ask for two-factor auth, which Venkat M told me might fail a couple of times, but eventually it'll work. And then I'll have you in there.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Just a quick question on this project view, Christina. As you assign the assignees to the items,
Yeah.
I see that assignees are assigned, but the status continues to remain backlog needs an owner.
Oh, because
Oh, shit.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, it has to be automatic. Oh, so it's not automatic. It needs to be changed.
I
Okay.
could change it. That was me. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So there we go. Now it moved. You're right. You are right.
Oh.
That needs to happen. So
What happened to IPv6? I think that
it went
disappeared.
down here.
Oh,
It
down
did.
here. Okay, got it.
Once I
Okay.
changed the tag, it went to the right place, and then it'll reflect over here. So it automatically syncs over to here. So
Got it.
thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay, great. All right.
Okay, good.
Right. Well, thanks everyone. If there's no more questions, Mohammed, I'll get to yours, in the next couple of minutes here. And thank you for everyone, offering up and volunteering. And we don't have to make this a weekly meeting unless you guys feel it needs to be. Or we could check in over email as well. Which do you guys prefer?
As far as I'm concerned, I don't mind to check in briefly. If we don't have anything to discuss, we hang up and we gain.
Okay. All right.
But that's just my opinion. Find it okay.
Yeah, we can do it on a need basis. I think that would be
On a need
probably
basis, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, because then we don't have, standing meetings on everyone's calendars. Because I feel like I'm in front of the laptop 12 hours a day. So that's okay.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay. Well, thanks you guys. Have a good rest of the week.
Thank you.
All right. Okay,
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Christine.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.